What effect has Tim Klein had on you?
Oh man. For starters, Tim Klein is one of my own personal heroes.
Tim Klein, an expert climber, father, husband, teacher of the year, and overall inspirational figure to all who have met him, has passed away. This is his tribute.
Well, he'll always be a part of this gym. If he doesn't walk in here, he'll always be a part. We'll always remember him.
Where did you first meet him?
Here, I remember when he first walked in the door for the first time.
Yeah.
I still remember. He had like hair in like a bun, and it was kind of like tied back, and came in walking like he normally does. This big, like hulky type walk, and I thought he was like this big muscle head, just like this rock climbing dude. Which he was, but he was a lot more than that.
I met him through climbing here. He would always show up, and he kind of just made himself. His presence was always known. You'd see him climbing V4s just up and down it like 100 times, and you just had to approach him and be like, "What's your secret?" So I met him here.
So I don't really remember the very first time I met Tim. He was just always there, and he was always interested. It's just like as long as I've been at the facility since it opened, feels like Tim's always been there.
He just reassured me of my schooling and kind of put me at ease, and he was just always a positive influence. I don't think I'd ever hear him say you can't do something, no matter what it was. He'd just find a way to make it positive, like you can do it if you really want to.
If you were there, he would talk with you. Not at you, with you, 100% of the way. He would want to know about you, know what you're doing, what your plan is for the weekend, and just wish you well on that. So he would just immediately connect with any single person he would ever come in contact with. He connected people to himself and to others within the same community.
Well, Tim had a pretty big effect on a lot of people because in our climbing gym, we're one big community, and everybody affects everyone else. But the thing about him was that he was always so positive. Whether you were a first-time climber, whether you were an experienced climber, it didn't really matter because he looked at everybody as one unique, special person. And it didn't matter your race, it didn't matter your gender, it didn't matter how old you are, it didn't matter your climbing experience. He talked to you like he genuinely cared about you. And the thing was, he genuinely did care about you. It brightens people's days up. I know it brightened my day up, but every time I talked to him, it was a special time. And every time I walked in the front door, I was excited because I knew he was genuinely excited to be there. And he was just one of the most authentic people around. Whatever came out of his mouth, he genuinely believed. And it's one of the things that makes him special.
Oh, absolutely. People will remember him. He always wanted you to help someone else, and you could see that through when I read all the comments about on Facebook about from students. It's just he was always encouraging, and he would find the best in you, even if you couldn't find it yourself. So I think he's really encouraged other people to do the same thing and just kind of spread that positivity. I don't think his legacy will not live on. I think for a long time it will just continue to go on, even though he's no longer physically here with us.
Where was I? Well, I was here when I heard the news. At the time, we had already knew that 2 climbers had died in Yosemite, but we had no idea it was going to be Tim. I mean, Tim is one of the safest climbers around. He's always diligent about checking his gear. We know that he loves his family very much. We never thought anything would happen to him. And then eventually I kept getting phone calls from people that were concerned that knew about the climbers that died in Yosemite, and then got the news from some people that heard from his family what was going on, and I was stunned like everybody else. We couldn't really see anything like that happen, and then reality net didn't even hit in until a few days later. In some ways, it still hasn't hit reality. You know, it's tough for all of us that knew him, because we all look up to him. It's kind of like a father to us, even though he's only a few years older than me. It's like he was like wise beyond his years. Like a lot of times I'll even think right now, I'll say, you know, what would Tim Klein do in this situation? And then I'd come up with the answer.
I think everyone who's met him, you can talk to anyone who's met him, and everyone just says, oh yeah, the awesome guy who just, yeah, the super strong climber. And he really was. He could outlap everyone, I'm pretty sure, in this gym. But really, it wasn't just about how strong he was. It was about how caring he was and how he was always encouraging others. Even, like I said before, even if you were working on something easy and you were discouraged, he would still make you feel, he wouldn't look down on you. He was always just helping others out. And I think that's something that not only I've trying to do more, just to be more positive and help others even when you're having a sad day, and I think that will definitely live on.
I would say Tim Klein's legacy is that he lived every day to the fullest. I know a lot of people always say that they're going to do this, or you know, those people that lie on their deathbeds saying they regret something and they wish they had gotten to something and they didn't make excuses. Tim was never like that. He never made excuses. He would do the late night sessions in Yosemite where he'd go up, drive in the middle of the night, climb in the middle of the night, make it back just in time to teach the next day. It's like, when does this guy get any sleep? Once you hear stories of like that, you can't make any excuses up.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like pure commitment right there. And it was not just that way in his climbing. It was that way in all aspects of his life, whether it's dedication to his family, to his friends, to his peers, to his colleagues. He lived every day, every minute, every second.
Tim lived a great life. I'm sad he's gone. Many others are sad he's gone, but somehow we'll get through it and we'll always remember what he left behind.